Hey there, Mobile Legends fans! Are you tired of constantly losing matches due to ineffective roaming? Well, fear not, because in this video we're going over the top 5 roaming heroes that will change the way you play the game. We'll discuss in which situations the featured heroes are the perfect pick, including a suggested build and emblems. So let's start right away. So on the 5th spot we find Faramis, which has the unique ability that can provide allies with a second life. This means that if a teammate dies during a teamfight, Faramis can use his ultimate to bring him back to life, giving them a second chance to continue the fight. This can be a game changer in tight battles and is one of the main reasons why Faramis needs to be on the list. Another thing that makes Faramis unique is his first skill, which allows him to drag enemies towards him. This can be useful in many situations, especially when trying to catch out an enemy hero who is trying to escape. Now let's talk about Faramis' strengths and weaknesses. As a roaming hero, Faramis is great at moving around the map quickly and setting up ganks with his first skill. He's also very good at sustaining himself in fights, thanks to his passive ability that restores his health every time he collects stacks from dying minions. That's all additionally to his ultimate, which is a big game changer in teamfights. On the other hand, Faramis isn't the best hero in a 1 vs 1 situation, which you should avoid as a roamer anyway. He's also quite squishy, so you need to be careful not to get caught out of position. To play Faramis effectively, it's important to time your skills correctly. Make sure you're using your ultimate when your teammates need it the most, and try to use your first skill to pull enemies towards your team when you're setting up a gank. This can take a bit of practice, but it's so useful if you master this well. Choose Faramis against heroes without escape skill like Bane, Gord, Layla and Estus. Overall, Faramis is a great roaming hero with a unique set of skills that can make a big difference in teamfights. If you're looking for a hero who can provide support and sustain, Faramis is definitely worth a try. But we just started out, so let's see which other heroes are on our list. By the way, I also love to discuss the featured heroes or hear about your opinion about some great roaming heroes. Write a comment with any questions or comments about a certain hero and I'll try to answer you as soon as possible. The 4th best roam hero is Khufra, and what sets him apart from other roam heroes is his ability to counter blinking enemies with his second skill. This skill allows Khufra to bounce, blocking all enemy heroes who use blink abilities such as Fanny or Lancelot. Not only does this make him a great pick against these type of heroes, but it also means that he can initiate teamfights with ease. In addition to his unique skill set, Khufra also has some notable strengths and weaknesses. He's very good at initiating teamfights and disrupting the enemy team, thanks to his first skill that allows him to knock up enemies he jumps to. He's also very tanky, making him a great frontline hero to absorb damage for his team. However, Khufra's main weakness are the heroes who deal a lot of damage. He's the perfect one to counter blinking heroes, but the ones with high burst damage or DPS can get his HP down quickly, so keep this in mind. To play Khufra effectively, it's important to stay close to your team's carry and focus on defensive play. You can protect your carry by using your first skill to knock up enemies who get too close, and by using your second skill to counter blinking abilities. Common mistakes to avoid when playing Khufra include overextending and not positioning correctly during teamfights. You should always try to stay in the front line to absorb damage for your team. But be careful not to get caught out of position and focus on protecting your carry. Choose Khufra against blinking heroes like Lancelot, Wanwan, Arlott and Joy. In summary, Khufra is an excellent and versatile roam hero with a unique set of skills that make him the best pick against blinking type of heroes. By staying close to your team's carry and focusing on defensive play, you can make a big impact on the game with Khufra. Then we have 3 more heroes left, but first the following. Today's sponsor of this video is Vector. which is quite an interesting company. Factor is a meal delivery service that offers fresh, chef-created meals designed by dietitians for optimal nutritional quality. With over 27 weekly meal options and 34 plus add-ons, Factor's menus cater to various diets such as keto, low calories, vegan and vegetarian. I myself am a big fan of the keto diet, but often struggle to find variation in meals, especially the ones who are easy to prepare. The service offers convenience with no meal prep, no mess, and no dishes to clean. Factor meals are ready to eat in 2 minutes or less, providing a fast and healthy alternative to fast food and takeout. Factor offers flexibility in meal plans ranging from 4 to 80 meals per week, and users can easily modify food preferences and skip a week if needed. If you want to focus more on Mobile Legends and less on preparing food, just try out Factor. Use my link or go to go.factor75.com and use code FACTORSE33163 for 50% off your first box. So the third best roam hero at this moment is Johnson. What sets Johnson apart from other heroes is his ultimate ability, which allows him to transform into a car and carry his teammates with him. This can be incredibly useful for setting up ganks and getting your team around the map quickly. It also means that Johnson is a great pick for players who enjoy playing aggressively and pushing the enemy team back. In addition to his unique skill set, Johnson has some notable strengths and weaknesses. He's very good at initiating teamfights and disrupting the enemy team, thanks to his first skill that allows him to stun enemies. He's also very tanky, especially against the physical damage based heroes, making him a great frontline hero to absorb damage for his team. However, Johnson's main weakness is the lack of mobility when not in car form. He's also susceptible to being kited by enemy heroes, so it's important to time his skills correctly and coordinate with your team. To play Johnson effectively, it's important to build him with items that enhance his tankiness and utility. It's also important to coordinate with your team and communicate your intentions when using his ultimate ability. When playing with Johnson, it's important to have heroes who can take advantage of his ultimate. You want to go together with the best passengers to collide into an enemy and making easy kills. Pedang, Kadita and Odette are perfect examples of heroes who really go well together with Johnson. But of course you also need to know against which heroes he's a strong pick. These are mainly the heroes who have bad mobility, and it's way harder for them to dodge Johnson. Also, a team that's more physical damage based are great enemies. This way Johnson can build more physical defense based items, so he also gets more damage and a larger shield from his passive. A few examples of such heroes are Layla, Joe, Aldous and Mia. So Johnson is a great roaming hero with a unique set of skills that can make him a valuable asset to any team. By building him with the right items and coordinate with your team, you can make a big impact on the game with Johnson. But the next hero can be even more useful, especially in teamfights. The second best roam hero on our list is Estus. His unique ability to heal his allies make him a real game changer, and let me explain why and how to use him properly. As a roaming hero, Estus can move around the map, allowing him to provide support to different lanes. It's important to note that Estus works best with heroes who can deal a lot of damage, such as a marksman and fighter. Especially the ones that can't heal are really thankful for the great use of Estus. Heroes like Saber, Nana and Cecilion are just a few examples of such heroes. When playing Estus, it's crucial to heal the right heroes at the right moment. For example, if your marksman is taking a lot of damage, it's important to prioritize healing him. However, if a tank is in danger, it might be better to heal him first, as they can absorb more damage. It really depends on the situation, and experience can help you to find out which hero needs your heals the most. Another important thing to keep in mind when playing as Estus is to stay away from enemies who use anti-heal items. These items can reduce the effectiveness of Estus' healing abilities, so it's best to stay out of the range. Estus' healing abilities are incredibly potent and can keep his allies alive in teamfights. He's also able to provide support to multiple allies at once with his ultimate, which can be a real game changer in teamfights. Lastly, it's important to note that as a support hero, Estes should always stay close to the carry, but at a safe distance. This allows him to provide healing and support while also keeping himself safe from enemy attacks. Estes is just a great hero to play and can be really a great benefit to a team, especially if he plays his role properly. Of course, we have one hero more, so let's analyze him and his strengths. The best roaming hero at the moment is Atlas, a tank hero who has the ability to position himself well by dragging multiple enemies to a location, making him the best roaming hero for setup a teamfight. Atlas' ultimate allows him to pull multiple enemies towards a certain location. This ability is especially useful when roaming around the map, as it allows Atlas to easily catch out enemies who are out of position or trying to retreat. It's such a great ability to gather a lot of enemies and center them so your allies can easily hit multiple enemies at once. In addition to his ultimate, Atlas has other skills that make him an excellent roaming hero. His first skill deals damage to all surrounding units, while his second skill increases his movement speed and lets him leave his body to rush to an enemy. The left behind part is quickly coming back and stuns the surrounding units when he meets Atlas again. One of Atlas' biggest strengths is his ability to effectively target heroes without escape skills. Heroes like Leslie, Layla and other marksmen are particularly vulnerable to Atlas' abilities because they lack mobility skills that allow them to escape from his grasp. However, Atlas does have a weakness. Without allies nearby, Atlas can be easily overwhelmed by enemy heroes, especially if they have crowd control abilities that keep him in place. Additionally, Atlas is frequently banned in ranked games, which can make it difficult for players to use him in certain situations. Despite his weaknesses, Atlas remains one of the best roaming heroes in Mobile Legends. His ability to position himself well and catch out enemies who are out of position make him a valuable asset to any team. If you're an exciting player looking for a hero who can help you dominate the map, Atlas is definitely worth considering. So these were the 5 best roaming heroes in Mobile Legends. If you have any questions or want to suggest a future video, please use the comment section. I really love to read each comment. As always, thank you for watching and I'll be seeing you again in the next guide.